Okay, you made it. Okay, there's a pandemic going on, but as long as we follow the rules, I think we'll be all right. Come on in. So normally, I would make you have to sign in. You're gonna have to get shot with the gun, but we'll forego that just for this, okay? I did want to mention, you know, the overall company for us is Technology for Energy Corporation, and one of the divisions is Parametrics, but you can also see we also have the Nuclear Products Division, Materials Testing, and ACES. We work in the aviation industry as well. So let's go on back and start meeting some people. And we're going to meet one of the people whose name you have seen a lot, but now you'll get to put a face with that name. You've seen Chiquilla Mattress on all these emails whenever you're dealing with an RMA or any repairs. The first stop here is always with Chiquilla. So finally you're going to get to meet the famous Chiquilla Mattress that you see on all those emails. Hey Chiquilla.
Hi, how are you?
You're doing good.
Good.
I know you're busy and I'm not trying to bother you, but
no problem.
all of the RMAs and the repairs and everything stops with you first, right?
That is correct.
That's
so they
right.
can email me, call me, however they want to do it, and
Perfect.
we'll go ahead and get it processed for them.
That's perfect. And then once Chiquilla gets it, then you met Brian, so Brian is going to, no, you haven't met Brian yet, have you? And then it'll go from here back into the manufacturing folks from Chiquilla, and then that's when they check it out, and from there, that's when we call you and say, hey, this needs to be done or that needs to be done in the amount. But this is where it all starts with Chiquilla Mattress. Thanks, girl.
Thank you.
Let's go. And now we'll make a quick stop and you guys can see the bunker where we've been doing all our webinars from. If you've been watching the webinars, we did a quick peek at it. This is our multi-purpose room here at Parametrics, and we've used it for the filming of the webinars we've been doing every Tuesday and Thursday. And here's the bench we've been using. You can see some of the production, and believe me, Jared's cleaned it up. There's usually a lot more stuff up in here. You can see this is where we've been making it happen every Tuesday and Thursday, and we really appreciate the support and everybody and the response we've gotten from it. But this is where it all happens, is in here. So we'll move through here. Now let's stop in for just a second and talk to Tim Roberts right here. Tim is head of quality here at Parametrics.
How you doing, John?
Fine, Tim. How you doing?
Doing very well. Well, we're an ISO 9001 2015 certified company. Risk management is one of the tenets of it. Employee centered on all of the corrective actions that we do, management involved. Just basically always doing the right thing and trying to get better all the time. That's basically the main tenets of the program.
Tim, you're also involved in all the calibration right here.
Yeah. Before I moved into my position here as the quality manager, I was in the calibration lab for about 12 years. So they still lean on me for a little bit of support. I don't do the calibrations per se right now, but I am a resource and yeah, I'm still very familiar with the process.
That's right. Thanks, Tim.
Take care, bud.
Tim, why don't you come show us the Cal Lab since you're the pro at it?
Yeah, no trouble.
All right, let's go. Make the corner without falling and busting my rear. And we'll come down here. And our calibration lab, it is secure, so I have to use my keys. Get in. Come on in. At one time, this was Tim's world. So we have multiple setups, but him being the pro, I'll let him take it from here.
So the calibrations, we have two systems which help with our turn times. The systems were developed specifically for the PowerMaster line of products. The calibrations that we perform are NIST traceable through the standards that are used in the system. All the calibrations are done in this room. The service times, we try to do a 2-week, 14-day turn time. So the systems help us to meet those deadlines. We know you have deadlines and we want to get the products back to you as quickly as we can. We know you need the testing needs to be done, so we're doing our best to try to get them back to you as quickly as we can.
The multiple stations help a lot with that, don't they?
Help out a lot, basically double the output of the Cal Lab.
So here's where we do all of our calibrations. Now let's go see where we do all of the manufacturing and the reparations on the equipment. Let's head towards manufacturing. And we're walking. I once caught a fish this big. So now we're heading back towards the manufacturing area. Many people that know me out there are wondering how I can do this and not fall down, because they know how spastic I am. So this is the manufacturing area for Parametrics. We really hate to see all those orange cases ready to go out to customers. So let's go back here and talk to Brian Lyford. Brian does checkouts on the equipment. Brian does, well, you know what? I'm not going to steal Brian's thunder. I'm going to let Brian tell you about it. So this is Brian Lyford right here. Hey, how you doing? This is Brian's first day here at Parametrics. It's incredible that he's jumped up this fast and is doing that well here. Now I'll let Brian tell you. He's been here a long time. And Brian actually, before anything goes out the door, Brian has to bless it, but he also handles stuff when it comes in as far as any kind of repairs and everything. So when it comes to Parametrics, there's not much around here that Brian doesn't touch.
I'm glad you said that, because I want a copy of this tape whenever it's over with. But no, we've been here for 17 years this year. We've took care of the Parametrics line ever since its birth, and we just we enjoy doing it. Anything comes in for any kind of repair, we take care of that. Any kind of manufacturing test, we do that. When it's built from the ground up, we test the boards. We test it before it calibrates. Whenever it gets done calibrating, we test it before it goes out the door. If you have a problem out there, you'll probably call Ray in the field and talk to him about it, and then he'll get with me, and we'll inspect it when it gets in here, and we'll throw it on the bench, take care of it, and get it back to you as fast as possible.
In the processor, basically, when something comes in and there might be an issue with it, it comes to you and you do a checkout on it, and you're the one that tells the customer and says, hey, this is what we think is wrong with the product. It's going to be this much. Tell us if you want us to move forward with the work, right?
Well, we tell the admin and that.
Right, sure, yeah, our admin department, right. Don't want to cut them out.
Yeah.
And but also you do a final check on them before they go out the door, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So you bless them before they go out.
Yeah, we try our best to.
Good deal. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
All right, let's move on and we'll head back this way. Since we caught her at just the right moment, this is Pam, and she's actually assembling a 4 Series for a customer right now. So we caught her at just the right time. So you can see she's putting it together, and then of course it's going to go through all that quality with Brian that you just met, and before it goes out the door. Thanks, Pam. We'll get out of your hair. And we're heading on. Okay, so let's leave manufacturing now. We're going to head up and go see the engineers. Of course, they're always upstairs, right? So we'll head up here. Ooh, stairs backwards. Dare I? This is actually harder than I thought it would be. I wonder how many people are watching this going, please let him bust his rear, please let him fall. Alright. Of course, because of all the new products we're coming out with here lately, it's kind of a highly secure area, so, but I think y'all are alright. I'll let you in. Come on. Okay, let's go down the engineering hallway. Of course, almost all of them are working from home now, and so, while they're not here, they give me a hard time, so hold on. Alright. Oh, okay, let's move on. Okay, moving on. So, like I said, there's hardly anybody here engineering because they're working from home right now. Oh wait, there is someone here. Looks like Phil Fishbox here from Clemson University. And looks like he's working hard here in his office. Hey Phil, how's it going?
Hello, John.
Nice outfit, Phil.
Yeah, you know, this wasn't part of the deal.
It was just a bet, Phil, but we'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
Which looks awful good in that championship hat, by the way. Just saying.
Not that good.
Whoa. Easy. And moving on. No, moving.
There we go. There you go. There's you some tigers right there. That's right.
But they're both tigers.
They're both tigers.
And they're not
But you
Bama.
can have these though.
And they're not Bama.
And they're not Bama.
All right. So here's another part of the engineering department, and here is Steve Hudson, who is working on developing the flux capacitor that we've heard could be a serious invention for parametrics. But
It will be 20 years in the future.
20 years in the future. I like that. So this is Steve Hudson, and he's not only going to talk a little bit about the department, but from there we're going to go back on another section. But I'll let him take it from here.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Steve Hudson. I'm Vice President of Hardware Engineering. Been with Parametrics for 11 years now. Had a really good time. Good time. We have a good industry. We have a good product. We have really good people here. In the 11 years I've been here, I've got to see basically the genesis of 3 generations of products. So it's been really exciting just to be here and be able to help develop some new stuff. And one of the favorite parts for me, though, is getting to go to the meter school, because there you get to meet the customers, you get to see the people that actually use the equipment, and we love our customers. They're always very honest with us. They tell us the good, the bad, the otherwise. I actually get to teach some of the classes, so that's very rewarding for me, just because, you know, I feel like I'm giving back to the industry. So, but yeah, come on down. We'll show you actually one of the interesting rooms that we have here in the lab. That's part of our development process. We call this the engineering calibration room, and basically part of what we do here is, as we're developing products, we use these 2 devices here. This is a PowerMaster 8903, which is a calibration system, and to be able to get the super high accuracy that we do in our devices, we have to go through and do a calibration of the system. And engineering uses this system as part of what we call the qualification process, where we actually go through during development and make sure that everything meets its specs properly. The other big part of that is this device here, which is a temperature and humidity chamber. It's part of the environmental qualification that we do for our products. Of course, they're used outside, so we need to make sure that they work in Siberia as well as the Sahara Desert. And so this temperature chamber allows us to simulate all those environments to make sure that your product's working properly.
So now you have a phase to go with all of the new products and everything when you're out there working with them, and you're saying to yourself, man, this thing works really, really well. How did they come up with it? This is how we came up with it. Thanks, Steve.
See you, John.
All right. Well, let's go out this way now. I'm going to turn around and walk backwards again and get Chris Mullins in the shot, but he always runs. All right. And now we're going to go meet the man that I call the professor, who, when I first came here, I would have died on the vine if it hadn't been for it, but you know what you need to do if you want to talk to Ray Gore. Hey, Ray. Yeah, we're about to come down the hall. You in between calls? Good. Okay. We'll be there in just a second. Thanks. All right. We got some time. Let's go see Ray. This is Ray Gore. As you can see, he's got 1 or 2 things going on every day, and he talks to 1 or 2 people a day. So I'm going to let Ray tell you. You've been here, what, a month or 2, Ray?
Yeah, just about a month or 2. That's about it. But
what a surprise, the phone's ringing.
But anyway, yeah, I've got a couple of things going on here. Again, nice to talk to you guys, and hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. I'm doing actually a C&D from the back there. So what I do on this is kind of go over it, make sure everything's ready to go, ready to ship to the customer. So I'm doing that right there. I'm actually doing some software verification here, making sure that works with this unit here. And I'm actually handling another C&D with a KYZ pickup here. So, but anyway, that's my world. So I got to get this phone call. I'll see y'all. Hey, have a good one.
And by the way, this right here, for the crazier service types that Ray has to set up, we have to have one especially for Ray, and that's how we get some of the crazier things populated out of this thing. So let's keep moving. I couldn't tell you how many times I've been talking to customers on the phone or been out in the field, and people have said, man, I wish you could come by and visit y'all in Knoxville. Well, this is one of the positives about the pandemic, right? Is that we're doing a lot of virtual stuff right now with all of our webinars, but also now you get to at least get a tour of the facility and some of the folks that you've talked to on the phone or emailed. Now you can put faces with that. So we really appreciate you guys coming by, and hope that you got something out of this. Remember, if you need anything, please give us a call, and be careful out there, all right? And don't forget, be anxious about nothing and pray about everything. God bless y'all. Thanks.